Welcome back, students. We'll start with the part 2 of civics lesson number 3, government. In the previous part 1, we have understood about the meaning of the government, the need of government, constitution, which is the foundation of any government. Also, we understood about the role of government. Now we are going to study in this chapter the forms of government, children. There are different forms of government as you see in the slide. You can see the red fort of our country, that is in the Delhi. Now you can see here the forms of government. There are different types of government: democracy government, autocracy, parliamentary, presidential, unitary, federal. These are the different forms of government in the world. But again, to remind you that our Indian constitution is the longest, and we follow democratic form of government. So always remember, anyone asks you which government is in India, so you have to tell that we follow the democratic form of government, and our India's democracy is considered as to be the biggest democracy in the world because our population is such a big. Our area wise also we are standing 7th in the world, but then also we follow democratic form. Democratic, I will make you understand here, children, what is democratic form of government. So different countries adopt different methods of functioning. There are different methods. There are 6 methods of government. Any country can follow any form of government. They have different forms of government which govern them depending on their policies, development, aspect, political issues, etc. So according how they need, how their country's requirement is there, they follow that type of government. And the first one is democracy. The word democracy has been derived from the 2 Greek words. Demos means people and kratos means power, means people's power. Here in our country we have our power to choose our government. We are electing our own prime minister. So full entire power is in the hands of people. So democracy means what? People's power in this. So a democratic government follows the principle of being a government of the people. Remember this: of the people, by the people, for the people. Children, what do you mean by democratic government? Of the people, by the people, for the people. Of means what? From among us only anyone can stand up for the election and can win and become a part of the government. Then it is by the people, means who are going to elect these people. Suppose they are standing in election, they are contesting the election, then who is going to choose them? We the people, by giving our most valuable votes. And for the people means what? They are becoming a part of government. Suppose anyone, they become minister or MLA or prime minister or president, but they have to work for the benefit and welfare of the people. So by the people, of the people, for the people. You have to see first in sequence. You have to study what do you mean by democracy. Of the people, by the people, and for the people. Means that is government is totally people's government. We are having direct choice, so therefore it is a direct choice of the people, and citizens have the right to participate in the process of decision making. Decision making means what? I will not write my rules and regulations. I will be a part in the decision making process. How? I am not the part of government, but how? I am choosing my representative or my leader to become a part of government, and that representative or that leader or that MLA will be participating in the decision making process. Means indirectly who are making decisions? We are making the decisions for our country. Suppose any government which is not working properly, then next time we are not going to elect them. Suppose in your area any MLA is there and he or she is not working properly, next time we will not be able to give them vote. Why we will not give them vote? Because they have not worked anything, they have not done any betterment of the people, so we will not vote them. So who is having the entire authority? The people. So when we elect our representative, they will they will participate in the decision making process. That is why it is called as people's participation in decision making process. And everyone is equal before the law in democracy. Remember this thing: whether prime minister, big hero, big heroine, big cricketer, anyone, they are all equal in the front of law. Any beggar also, everyone is equal in front of law. कानून किसी को भी बड़ा छोटा नहीं दिखता. You must have seen that on the lady of that portrait of the what we say justice, there is a blind fold, मतलब एक आँख पे पट्टी लगी हुई, मीन्स उसके सामने सब एक जैसे है, कोई बड़ा छोटा नहीं है. So democracy, the important thing is what it is. People's power is there here. It is elected by the people. They are working for the people, and so that is why equality is also there in our country. In our country means what? In the democracy, because our country is following democratic form of government. I told that everyone is equal in our country. The government is accountable to people, children. Means whatever they work, they have to be responsible for the people. Anytime we can ask, means what is going on here, where are the different policies, what has happened, they have to give each and every answer to us. So they are called as accountable to people. Means what? They are answerable to the people. So the first form of government is what? Democracy government. The second is autocracy. Autocracy means what? Only few people will be governing the country. So powers are in the hands of a few people. Autocracy. This can be a group of people, an individual, a particular class और a political party. मतलब एक के हाथ में ही पूरे country का power. So if it is there in our country, then we will not get any benefits. So this autocracy government is not there in our country. The authority which exercises the power cannot be questioned. Means nothing we can ask them. Why you are doing like that? Why you have made this road here? Why you are not working for the betterment of the people? People do not have the freedom to choose their representatives. Here there is no election. Directly they will govern the country, and which becomes an oppressive form of governance. Means फिर उनको अपनी मनमानी कर सकते हैं. उनको कोई चुनने वाला नहीं है, उनको कोई निकालने वाला नहीं है. So they will work according to their own wishes. They can harass the people. That is, military rule is an example of autocracy, where the power is concentrated in the hands of the military officer who determines the functioning of the state. North Korea is an example of country under the military rule. One example is given here, North Korea. So in North Korea, everything is in the hands of that military head. People cannot question here anything. People cannot choose here. They cannot demand anything, that why you are doing this way. The government, they cannot ask questions to the government. So here military rule means what? The power is concentrated, or power is in the hand of few. So that is called as what? Second, autocracy government. The third form of government is parliamentary. So in India we have democratic and parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary means what? The executive and the legislative powers work in coordination with each other. That is, powers of both the organs are shared. Means, see, there are three levels of government. That is the in this system there are three levels: executive, legislature and judiciary, children. So another feature of parliamentary government is that the head of the state is different from the head of the government. Here see, we have chief minister in each and every state. Prime minister is there for the entire country, but prime minister is not the head of Gujarat only. In Gujarat we have our different chief minister. Like we have here now, chief minister of Gujarat is Vijay Rupani, Sir Vijay Rupani, and in prime minister we have Sir Narendra Modi ji. So they both are head, but Shri Narendra Modi ji is the head of the entire government. That is he is the prime minister, whereas Shri Vijay Rupani is the head of only Gujarat state. So that is means the powers are shared. Means that is, it is not that Vijay Rupani will only take care of Gujarat, and whatever in India it is going on, he is not worried. No, they work together. So parliamentary form of government, the state and the central government both work together. And in a parliamentary setup, the head of the government is the leader of the political party which has gained majority in the legislature. So whenever there are elections, and the party who gets the majority votes will become the head of the Indian government, like we have now Bharatiya Janata Party. Sometimes one party cannot take up the majority, so there is a coalition of the coalition of all parties. So many parties, they will come together to form one government. That is called as what? Coalition government. But that is, single party is very good, children. The parliamentary system both exist in both republics and monarchies. They exist in republics and monarchies. It is made up of politicians from different political parties. See, in our country also there are many political parties. Not only Bharatiya Janata Party, we have Bharatiya Janata Party, we have Congress Party, we have Janata Party. There are many other political parties, and all these political parties make up the government. And government comprises here of the prime minister and the chief ministers or the cabinet ministers. So prime minister is the head of the country, whereas different ministers are the head of the different state. So parliamentary system of government, remember this thing, executive and legislature work they both work in coordination with each other. Now the Fourth type of government is what? Presidential government. Here there is a separation of legislature and executive. They don't work together. There is a separation of powers. The head of the government is responsible to the parliament. The elected president is neither responsible to the parliament nor he or she is the member of the parliament. The United States of America is an ideal example of presidential form of government. Here means United States of America, there is presidential form of government means what? State government will look only after their state. They will not cooperate with the head of the countries. Like in USA, we have Donald Trump. He is the president of the United States of America. He will look of the entire America. But in America, there are different states. So that state government will look only after their own state, and the head of the state will look after that. So there is a separation of power. Whereas in India, we have parliamentary form of government where state government has to listen to the head of the country, that is a prime minister. So chief minister and prime minister will work together, whereas in the presidential form of government there is a separation of power. Both are different from each other. Then unitary government means what? Only there is one government, only central government. But here in our country we have central government and the state government. Whereas in unitary government, what happens? There is a one government for the entire nation. It is called as unitary government. The central government performs the duties of both the executive and the legislature. China is example of such kind of government. In China, there is only one government for the whole country. So that is unitary government. And the last is what? Federal government. That is, the powers are divided in tier structure. Tier means levels, not your tire, rubber tire. No, tier structure means what? It is divided into state, central and state. So in such a situation, the laws passed by the central government are applied throughout the country, and the laws passed by the state government are applied only in the state. So we have this federal type of government also. So we have the democratic, parliamentary and federal type of government in our country, children. So understood the different types of government. What are the different forms of government? Democracy, autocracy, parliamentary, presidential, unitary and federal. So these are the different forms of government working throughout the world. Okay, as they feel, as the country feels, that type of government they can take up. Okay, now we will go to the next last topic of our lesson, that is our government of our country, that is government of India. So we have different levels of government, we have different organs of government, and the most important, we have universal adult franchise. Come on page 231, children. Here we will have the government of India. So our government, after studying all the types of government, you must now understood that what type of government is there in India. Yes, India has a democratic form of government, that is of the people, by the people and for the people. And our constitution, that is, I told you, what is a constitution? A book of rules and regulations, ensures various rights and freedoms. So there are many rights and freedoms given to our citizens of our country. There is a transparency in our system, means nothing can be hidden, everything is transparent, means we can have the look at the policies of the government, we can have a look at what the government is doing. So in order to run the country smoothly, India is a federal structure of government. As I told you, tier system, level system. There are various levels and organs of the government. Now we will understand which are the levels of the government. India is a very big country, so one central government is not enough, children. So one government cannot manage the entire, all the states of the country. So it is very difficult to manage. So there is, in order to administer efficiently, there are three levels: central, state and local. Central means what? At the center of the country, means looks after the entire country. State means at different state, there are 29 states now, children, 28 states, sorry. So at different this 28 states, there are different state government. And the local levels, we have Gram Panchayat, we have Nagar Palika, we have municipal corporations, that will study later in this 6th standard, children. So there are local government, Gram Panchayat, Nagar Palika, municipal corporation, that is the local government. State government we have for the one entire state. So to reach and every level of the people, we have different government at different levels: central, state and the local. The village, see, the central level is responsible for the administration of the entire country, as I told you. The state level looks after the state, and the village level or the town level is administered by the local level. So every time if there is no light or if there is no water proper supply in our Vapi, we don't have to call Delhi only always, or we don't have to call Gandhinagar. See, we have our local government, we have our Mahanagar Palika, we have our Gram Panchayat, so that way we can connect to all the governments. So government is there at different levels of our country. This we will study in detail in the next civics chapter about the local self-government. The next chapters, when we come in civics, you will understand what is the central government, what is the state government working, and what is the working of the local self-government. Now there are organs of the government. That government works in three different organs. Executive means makes the laws. Legislator means what? Legislature also you can say. Legislature means what? Implements the laws. And judiciary means sees that whether the laws are followed or not. Only written is not enough. That book लिख के रख दी, इतने रूल्स है, इतने रेगुलेशंस है, इतने लॉज है, नहीं, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, मतलब उसको लागू करवाना है, और वो ठीक से उन लोग फॉलो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, उसको देखने के लिए जुडिशरी है चिल्ड्रन. सो where we have three organs, not levels, three organs of government. Legislature, I said by mistake, executive makes law, legislature makes laws, executive implements the laws, and judiciary settles disputes at all the levels between any citizens or states or the government and the people, and between the different citizens there can be any conflicts or jhagda hota rehta hai, so that has to be solved by the judiciary. So which are the three organs of the government, children? Executive, remember in line, legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature means makes the rules and regulations for the state or for the country. Then executive implements, मतलब देखते हैं कि law सब जगह पर पहुँचा है कि नहीं. And third is judiciary means maintains discipline, maintains law and order in the country. Now the third and the most important thing about the government of India is universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means what? When an individual has completed 18 years of age, whether boy or girl, 18 years of age, then he or she gets a right to cast a vote. Cast a vote means what? अपना वोट डालना है, किसी को मिनिस्टर बनाना है, किसको MLA बनाना है, तो अपना वोट हम खुद डालें 18 years के बाद, वो सबको मिलता है वो right. That is called as universal adult franchise. Whether rich or poor, whether boy or girl, whether belonging to any caste, whether belonging to village, whether belonging to city, everyone whose age, every citizen of India, children, every citizen of India who is above the age of 18 years can get this right of casting a vote, and we should always give vote to the most responsible person who is standing in the election. So that is called as what? Universal adult franchise. Remember properly the word universal adult franchise. So आप किसी को नहीं बोल सकते कि you are coming from the village or your color is dark, or if suppose you cannot tell that you are from this community, you are a girl so you cannot vote. No, nothing like this, no discrimination. Every human being, or not only human being, we have to remember that every citizen of our country, India, who is 18 or above has the right to vote, cast their vote in the elections, and that is called as what? Universal adult franchise. So a quick summary of our lesson. I will just do a quick summary of the lesson, children. Then also you go through the lesson and read the textbook properly, and any doubts are there you can ask on our WhatsApp group. So remember children, the government is the caretaker of the people. जैसे अपने को अपने parents अपना ध्यान रखते हैं, अपने teachers अपना ध्यान रखते हैं बच्चों का, वैसे ही government takes care of the citizens of its country. The government is a body of people that sets and administers public policy. बनाते उन लोग पॉलिसीज़ बनाते, रूल्स बनाते, एक्सरसाइजेज एग्जीक्यूटिव, पॉलिटिकल एंड सॉवरेन पावर थ्रू कस्टम्स, इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड लॉज विद इन अ स्टेट. मतलब गवर्नमेंट सब लेवल पे ध्यान रखते हैं कि पॉलिसी बनी है कि नहीं, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया है कि नहीं, एंड ऑल लेवल्स द पीपल आर गेटिंग द बेनिफिट्स और नॉट. एवरी सिटीजन इज सब्जेक्ट टू लॉ. लॉ सबके लिए एक जैसा है, वेदर ही इज़ अ बिग पर्सन, ही और शी इज़ अ बिग और स्मॉल पर्सन, लॉ इज़ इक्वल, लॉ इज़ सेम फॉर एवरीवन. We can find different forms of government, as I told you earlier in this chapter, in this part of video: democratic, autocratic, parliamentary, presidential, unitary and federal forms of government. And what we saw in our country, that is government of India works at three different levels: central, state and local. Central government, state government and local self government. And also we saw about the organs of the government. Legislature make laws, executive implements the laws, and judiciary sees that whether the laws are followed or not. So these are the different organs of the government. And the last we saw universal adult franchise, that people are free to elect the representative. That is, it is my wish whom I want to elect for the next elections, or whom I want to become the member of the government. That is called as universal adult franchise. Children, I hope you have understood this lesson, and whatever doubts are there, you can always clear on the WhatsApp group by typing a message properly. And go through the textbook, children. Read the textbook properly. Also, you read the extra boxes which are given on the side of this textbook pages. Draw this Constitution of India, which is on page 228. Also, try to write down some difficult words in your book. That is not compulsory, but when you write difficult words in your book, try to read. When you try to pronounce it, then it will become, that word will become easy. I know that this lesson is little difficult for you, but no problem. Whenever the school is back again, then whenever the school starts again properly, then again also I can explain you this lesson, no problem. But go through this video properly, go through the textbook, read the textbook, underline the difficult words, try to find out the meaning of the words in dictionary. Go through simple reading. At least don't read the full chapter in one day. You can take full 1 week to read the chapter. You can go through this video again and again, children. And doubts are there, you are always welcome to clear your doubts, children, at the WhatsApp group. Soon I will be sending you the notes. First you listen to the video. In the next week I will be soon sending you the notes of this lesson, which you have to maintain only one book. So we have completed history 2 lessons, geography 2 lessons, and civics also explanation 2 lessons are done now. Only notes are remaining, children. Okay, thank you.